Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today a very important video, Bitcoin on a cusp of a crazy multi-week breakout which could be taking us to like 150k. Is it going to happen in this week, or are we going to see now a little bit of a pullback correction before we're going to ignite and go completely crazy? In this video I'm going to be discussing with you Bitcoin, altcoins, altcoin season, anything you can think of. So stay with me, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button. We post a video every single day. This video is brought to you by our partner Bluefin, the best non-KYC exchange. Guys, sign up right now, and really such a good exchange, user-friendly. I utilize it for all of my trades. Right now, guys, Bitcoin $123,500. We basically pump more than 15% overall. And last week, guys, with my VIP group, I went and basically we bought the bottom with Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana. Of course, the trading results are talking for themselves. I went and bought basically lots of in futures, but also in like spot trading as well. So every possible entry is in profit. And I'm going to tell you as well, guys, of course, if you want to join and come on the VIP group and really take the advantage of this upcoming Altseason, there is a link in the description with a trailer and also our trading results. But also, guys, at the moment, I am short in Bitcoin and I am in a loss. Okay, I'm losing on this Bitcoin trade. And the reason why I'm telling you this, right, because if I'm going to go and lose, I have a stop loss at a specific point, I'm going to go and put it on my group, guys, because I like to be transparent. My VIP group is one of the best group on the internet, guys, but losses are normal in this game. So you can't win all the time. So remember this every time. But anyway, very important. So BTC right now, $123,500, and that's what we need to look for right now. You can see that basically this RSI, you can see the RSI on the weekly chart forming a series of higher lows coming up from here. And one is going to be vital right now for BTC is going to go and be able to break this important level of diagonal resistance. Once you're going to be able to go above, I would say 128,000 on a weekly closure of a candle, then I think things could be getting stupidly crazy. Okay, so first of all, we need to have a breakout of 128,000, and then we could be seeing a more continuation to the upside. But also what we're going to basically has to happen is going to be also a break of this RSI from here, because this is probably going to ignite a parabolic move to the upside. And what I'm basically looking for right now with Bitcoin is going to be very similar to what happened to gold, where gold basically went to 3,900 and it never looked back. Something like this, like a parabolic move where it's basically not going to stop. Is it going to happen right now? Well, there is a few things that you have to take into consideration. Okay, first of all is the following, guys. So if you're going to go and break that, I would say 128,000, this is the target I'm thinking for Bitcoin. I think we could be seeing probably in between 144 to even $155,000 as per this ascending channel, Fibonacci extension, and all of that. But what actually you have to take into consideration is the following. First of all, as I said before, we are still basically in a divergence, bearish divergence with the RSI. And guys, I'm not coming here to be the perma-bear of the situation, but I'm here to make you think. Okay, I know the excitement that everybody now is like, oh, October here, October there. To be honest, whenever the market is basically set up for an idea that we're going to go up like crazy, usually the opposite happens. And I'm going to show you a few things that you're going to take and pay attention. So number one is, of course, that we are basically now heading up on resistance. You can see we touch now this important level of resistance. We touch this point here, this point here, this point here. We have a massive bearish divergence here on the RSI. And let's say we're not going to be able to go and break this level this week, okay, or even next week. Then what is going to be the targets? What's going to be the points of entry where I could be considering to go and basically buy, we can say buy the dip. Okay, that's usually what's the way we call it. So you can see that basically Bitcoin had a huge pump. We went basically up 15%. And these scenarios I'm basically taking into consideration right now is, or we're going to go and basically pump with no pullbacks up to like 140, 150. And then I'm going to say, see you later, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to sell all of my BTC. I don't want to have anything to do anymore with crypto. Not just kidding. But that's probably going to be my, I would say, basically exit point. Okay. Once I see things, but I'm going to show you a bit better. But if, let's say, I want to go and buy back in again, probably that's where I'm going to be waiting for. So if you're going to have a pullback from here, which in my opinion, it's quite likely, okay, because we've been pumping 15% straight. So unless we have the 5% chance that we're gonna go and pump, like there is no tomorrow until 140 to 150, that happens once every 5 years, the most likely scenario from here will be a little bit of a pullback of BTC to go back to maybe 117 to 118,000 and then finally break this important level of resistance. Or even we could be going down around this area, around 113,000 to 114,000. So I'm basically taking into consideration this level and also this level to see maybe something like that or something like that, okay? Is this going to happen? I have no idea. Am I going to accumulate more? Am I going to go long to this point here? Probably yes. That's the way you have to think about it. But the reason why I'm a little bit, I would say, skeptical about this pump and thinking more about of a correction is the fact that two things. Number one, guys, gold already at $3,900, completely going into a parabolic move, and that's not fantastic. Next one is actually the S&P 500. You know, SPX, we're going to talk about a bit later, but S&P 500 as well into a parabolic blow off top as well. But guys, those are times where you have to be careful, okay? As I said again, I'm going to want to reaffirm this point, is that if you're going to see a parabolic move with Bitcoin, okay, these kind of events happen very rarely. If it's going to happen, fantastic, guys. I'm going to take my loss on my short, my spot position. I'm going to go totally insane. But at the same time, this happens, like you probably have a 5% chance that it's going to go up like crazy, okay? If it happens, I'm very happy. But what I want to tell you is that when I'm going to accumulate more, if we're going to see a correction, is this point and then this point. Very important. Next one, guys, Ethereum. Ethereum is into a very interesting situation right now. You can see that we have a beautiful bull flag defined from this point, and I can see already people calling for 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 Ethereum to the moon. But right now we are basically facing this resistance. We're getting a little bit rejected, and the question is, where could it be an entry point in case Bitcoin goes down to, let's say, I don't know, 117, 114,000. So the two areas I'm basically taking into consideration are the following. Number one is around 4,000 to 4,100. Okay, so what we could be seeing from here with Ethereum could be this on the initiation, what we call of a wave one out of wave one out of five. Okay, so it could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, or this could be like an ABC correction where you're gonna see we had a typical A, we have a B, and then you have a C. And to me, like the best inflection point I could be seeing with Ethereum right now is basically at the intersection of this point from here, okay, this level of diagonal support with the 200-day moving average around the 1st of November, which is basically sitting around $3,600, okay? And is also the intersection with the previous breakout from this point here. So I would say that $3,600 is definitely on the card. So what I could be expecting could be maybe this, okay, and then pom, okay, something like that. I know now, like I'm gonna get so many comments on YouTube telling me, oh, but this is impossible, you know, bro, are you sideline, bro, all these kind of things. Guys, I'm not sideline, I can tell you, but at the same time, I like to give you facts and potential realistic scenarios and not the bullshit that the moon boys tell you every single day. And that's what you have to really pay attention. So at the moment, what I would say, if ETH is going to go and have a retracement, those are the points I'm taking into consideration. And also looking at the targets, I would say how high Ethereum could be going to. You can see at the Fibonacci extension from this point, a target of $7,800 to $6,700 to me would be a very reasonable target for us to reach maybe the next 1 or 2 months. Now, next one I want to talk about, guys, Solana. Solana is into a very sorry, I was like doing like an update for my VIP group. By the way, guys, whenever I do the updates on my VIP group, basically everything is written here. Weekly updates, they go like, you know, more than like 1 hour long, and we talk about basically every possible altcoin. Those are the one I do on YouTube are much more simplified, summarized, but the one I do on my VIP, they're much more in details. So right now, guys, Solana is very interesting as well. So you can see we are basically now have these two pivot lines. We had a crazy retracement. We basically went and reclaimed all this area. But again, is this one a wave one or is a B out of C? So what I mean is this wave 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, or is this A, B, C? So you go A, you go B, and then you go C, going down to this area. I'm not excluding this possibility here, okay? So to me, if I had to think about Solana to be very super ultra bullish, what I would say, we're gonna go and be able to break like 280 to 290. Okay, if we're gonna be able to go above this level, then there is a chance we're gonna go into like a parabolic move. But right now, if BTC is gonna go and let's say retrace down to, I don't know, 114 or something like that, it's gonna lose 10%, then alts are gonna go and suffer more and probably go back to this level here at 170 to 180, where of course I'm going to buy. I'm gonna probably go long. And why am I saying that altcoins could be retracing more than BTC, guys? What's happening right now, as I explained to you so many times, is that the Bitcoin dominance now is rising again. And I told you so many times, I told you, careful that the Bitcoin dominance is going to rise again. And what happened is money are going to be then placed again into BTC, regardless if BTC is going to go higher or it's going to go lower. And what it means is that if Bitcoin now, let's say the dominance is going to go higher and we're going to see Bitcoin dropping down again to 114,000, with the higher dominance, altcoins are going to suffer. And what's going to be happening if they're going to suffer? Then of course are going to lose more money compared to BTC. So be very careful with this scenario from here. But right now, guys, Bitcoin dominance, talking about Altseason, boom. We want to see BTC placing a all-time high, a cycle top around the 61% retracement, and then we can see basically all the fuel going into altcoins to then do their parabolic melt up. And again, guys, with the VIP, I'm going to go and talk about all of my members, what we're going to do. You can see every day, guys, I do crypto trading ideas, which are most of the time very, very accurate. And I'm basically going to tell them when I'm going to go and buy and long specific altcoins when this alt season is going to start. So hurry up and come and join us. So next one I want to discuss today, very important, a few things which I would like to take into consideration. Number one is what I don't like, at the moment, right? It's first of all the fact that this government shutdown, that's we don't have any more data. What's going to be happening when the government is going to come back in? Okay, so what are they going to do? They're going to go and Jerome Powell start to say, oh no, I'm going to keep interest rates unchanged. The whole situation really, to me, doesn't really make sense. Again, I could be in disbelief. I really hope we're going to go and pump to the moon and, we're going to go in a parabolic fashion melt up 200x altcoins. I really would like to have that. And I'm going to just shut my mouth and be like, guys, I was totally wrong. But at the same time, as a trader with almost 11 years of experience and being through so many bull markets and bear markets, those kind of events are very rare. So what I would say right now, let's have a look at altcoins. Okay, altcoins, you can see as well, we are basically at an inflection point, bearish divergence on the RSI. So what are we going to expect from altcoins once we're going to be reaching around $1.2 trillion? This is going to be a very important point. Once we're going to be reaching 1.2 trillions and we're going to go and basically close above from here, there is a very high chance we're going to be able to break this RSI and then continue like in a parabolic fashion with a target around 1.8 to 1.9. But at the same time, what are you going to do if Bitcoin is going to go and drop again? And just remember, the other thing is, I'm thinking, everybody's calling for October. Everybody's calling for basically, the end of this, the crazy parabolic move and the banana zone. I don't know how you want to call it. Okay, so when were the retail right in this kind of situation? But at the same time, yesterday BTC went and dropped. It had a drop down to like 4%. People started to call for a bear market straight away. So what I think is going to be happening right now, and again, if I'm right, I'm going to open a bottle of wine, but what I think it could be happening is we're going to see a little bit of a correction. BTC maybe going down again to 114, 115, for example. Everybody's going to call for a bear market. I can tell you that already. Bear markets, cycle broken, end of the cycle, and blah, 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 and then recharge the batteries and boom, do like a final push. What I could be seeing right now. So, for example, with altcoins, total free, the levels I would probably be looking for to add more is probably going to be down to here. If you're going to go down to here, let's say by maybe like, by November around 920 to 950, which I was talking about for so long, I think probably is going to be our last chance to accumulate altcoins, and then they're going to go totally crazy. But again, guys, at the moment I'm 70% invested, 30% in cash, so I'm not going to add any more. I don't need to add any more. I'm already in a huge profit, so what's the point? Now, other two things which I would like to talk, and I think they're actually very relevant and we had to take into consideration. Number one, guys, it's the XY. The XY you can see right now, we are at a very important inflection point, but at the same time, there is a massive bullish divergence happening right now with the dollar. So which means that in general, whenever you see a massive bullish divergence at a very important level of diagonal support, you can see that in general, what happened is a pullback up to here, along with the Bitcoin dominance, along with the USDT dominance, and then you see the breakdown. So the A, the B, and the C. And you can see that from here to here, right, it's probably going to be from June until, from like October until November. So this month, maybe this October, maybe it could be I don't know, like a trick, like a trap to basically suck all the retail, dump on them, make them believe there is a bear market, and then they're going to pump again. But again, it's pure speculation. But what I will say right now from here is going to be the following. I could be seeing a little bit of a pullback, make everybody believe the bear market is over, and then boom, up and down, crazy Altseason, everybody's super euphoric, and then we go and crash. So could be seeing something like that. And also the other thing, guys, that I'm taking into consideration is very important, the US 10-year Treasury yield. We are basically now at I would say, the most important inflection point ever, super duper ever. I don't even know how you want to define this, right? So look at this. Look at we are getting so compressed right now, okay? I think that this month, is going to probably be, I would say this month and November is going to be super important to decide whether we're going to see something like that or something like that. To me, it's going to be more about this, okay? We're going to go down because of the Fed rate cutting cycle, because of everything. And also because I think the market makers know that a big crash correction could be on the horizon. So what they do, they have to pump the market as much as they can to suck in liquidity, suck in retails, and then they can dump on them. So, okay, I would say right now, very tricky situation to be in. Everything is overextended. Like everything is screaming of a pullback from a technical point of view. But also from a sentiment point of view, things are insane. And sometimes, when the market is very irrational, it can do crazy things. So listen, as I said before, if we're going to go and explode to the upside and go to 150K to the moon, Altseason, 10x, 20x, I don't know how you want to call it, I'm very happy with that. But if you're going to go and pull back from here, I would say, the entry area to go and recharge your batteries to then see the next pump. But I think we're getting close to an explosion. Really hope it's going to happen this month. But otherwise, guys, you have a great and fantastic day. And I'm going to see you tomorrow for another video. Take care and see you soon.